chord. So, we left off doing some of this. We had plenty of time to do this. Remind me, if we would, what was yours like? Meh? And then not those, and then what? Odds or evens? I did different things with different classes, so I don't remember. We did that, and then probably one of the columns on here. Second column? That? Oh. Like that? Okay. All right. So, we'll get some answers up here. You should all have it done anyway. But that way I at least know what we're talking about. Womp. Okay, we should have x cubed, m to the 7th, t to the 4th, negative 27, 81, y to the 12th, 2 to the 15th is, that's 2, 4, 8, 16, 20, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096, 4096, 81, 92, 16, 88, question mark, 88, 32, 176.
32768.
Ah! Samsonite. That was way off. 8x cubed, negative 8, positive 8, x to the fifth, 4, negative 4, y to the 5th. All right, check the first stage. Checky, checky. Now, you might have a lot more than that written out. That's okay. Remember, I want you to have stuff written out. If you did this on a separate sheet of paper, is it actually labeled? Okay. Now, you got space in the back if you want to do it that way. If you did it on a separate sheet of paper and notebook or something, just make sure you're turning that in and it's labeled when we get to that. Right after page 18. There you go. So, anything about them? Going once. Going twice. 23, 29. All right. Now we're talking. Before I erase, everyone cool? You got your stuff checked? Starred, circled, slash something to say I need to check this? Okay. So 23, 29. 23, who is that 3 touching? Body. Remember, there's little invisible exponents right here and here. You get a 3, and you get a 3. And what do I do with an exponent to an exponent? Multiply. So that's 2 to the 1 times 3. That's x to the 1 times 3. Well, 2 to the 3rd, x to the 3rd, I can't just stop there. Remember our steps, our process. If I've got someone on my car hood, got to take care of it. Step 2, rearrange things if you have to group turtles with turtles, giraffes with giraffes. Step 3, if I have to put x to the 3rd times x to the 4th, make sure you actually follow those rules. Step 4, negative exponents. Step 5, if you have any numbers to actually evaluate, this is 2 by 2 by 2. Don't take 2 times 3. It's 3 2's. That's why it's 8x to the 3rd. Okay. 29. Most of the kids that got this had better luck when we wrote it out longhand. I know you don't like writing. We're deathly afraid of writing. Turn this into negative 1 times y to the third times. And now 2 squared and y squared. Okay? Make a note for yourself. I really recommend if you ever have a negative as a coefficient, so that means it's not in exponent land, it's in regular number land. If you ever got a negative in there, write it out separately as a -1. Okay? And then step 2 of the process is numbers with numbers, y's with y's. I turn that into -1 times, what is 2 squared? What is 2 squared? Okay, 4. And a y to the third and a y to the second. What do I do with y to the third times y to the second? Add the exponents. So now that I have turtles with turtles, -1 times 4 is just -4. Giraffes with giraffes, y to the fifth. Okay? But I bet a lot of us got confuzzled by that negative in front of the y. That messes with us. Okay? Anything else through 29? Okay, down to the bottom. Womp. We had odds. 1 over x to the 8th. 8 over x to the 7th, y to the 8th. This is 7x squared. This is 1 over 16x to the 4th. This is 27x to the 3rd. And then we had 3y to the 3rd. That's all my odds, right? Here's all my odds. Checky, checky. Check, check, check yourself. Okay. Y'all, it's not going to get easier than this. We're taking our time. We're practicing. We're putting it all on a silver platter for you. I hate saying it, but every year we've got kids who they come in here and they just got such a trauma response on math. They just won't even pick up the pencil. They won't try anything. If you don't make it out of this class, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is like Algebra 0.6. We can't put you back into the regular Algebra 1 and be successful. It's probably not going to go well. Unless it was all behavioral. You get kids who say, well, I'll just take alt school. Y'all, if you want to take Algebra 1 online without anyone showing you what to do, just watch a video and now do math. How'd that work out for you when you did online? Most of the online stuff from our teachers, they didn't actually teach anything. They just sent home packets or here's a video, watch this, do this, right? How'd we do? Any of them we need to go through? 23 again. Same? Anything else before I erase? Okay. And 17? Okay. So we'll start with 17. Step 1, do I have any exponents on a parenthesis? No. Step 2, do I have to arrange so that I got numbers by numbers, x's by x's, y's by y's? There's only one of each. Step 3, if I had to rearrange, now I do that operation. Step 4, do I have negative exponents? Okay. The 8 is fine. Got a positive 1 there. 8's happy where he is. But x to the negative 7, she ain't happy. You're too negative. Go downstairs. And once they're downstairs, now they're happy. Now they're positive. You're too negative. Go downstairs. And that's it. I can't combine anything else because 8 and x and y are all different kind of critters. Yes, I put a turtle and a giraffe downstairs together. They are not going to multiply. They're just going to hang out. Play Valorant. I don't know. Or Team Fortress 3. Y'all see the preview? Anyone? Yeah. Okay, 23. Do I have an exponent on parentheses? Uh-huh. So deal with it. You get a car and you get a car. 3 to the negative third and x to the negative third. They both get it. Uh-oh, they're both negative. If you're too negative, go to the other place. Maybe you'll be happy. Greener pastures and all that. So, you're too negative, go upstairs. You're too negative, go upstairs. And this is something that I saw a couple of kids goofing, is they would keep leaving the 1 there. Remember, 5 written as a fraction is 5 over 1. But do I normally write the 1? If it's on the denominator, I don't need to write it. If it's on a numerator and I need it as a placeholder, okay, now I need to write it. And then the last stage is make sure you take care of that 3 to the third. That is not 3 times 3. That's 3 times 3 times 3. 3 of them. 27 x to the third. But write them in stages. Okay? Anything else in that bottom section? Okay. So you notice the top section was all about just multiplying the first 2 rules. The bottom section, we introduced our negative exponents. You flip it over, and now we start dealing with our division properties. So, in here we should have 8 to the second on the denominator, which is 1 over 64. We should have 1 over c squared. We should have negative 2 squared, which is then 4. And we should have a negative 1, because those just cancel. 27 over m to the third, x to the fourth over 25. Flippity floppity, and then to the third, so 64 over 27. And a to the 12th over b to the 8th. Checky, checky. And I wrote them kind of fast, so if you can't tell what I wrote, like, ask. Also note, this week I'll be doing my grade-a-thon. I've got a big stack of quizzes that I got to take care of, so I hope by the end of the week I'll have everyone's stuff in. And since it's been a week and we still haven't taken it, okay. Yeah. Nothing from those? Yeah. 15. Okay. You get a car and you get a car, right? So if I have 3 to the negative third and 4 to the negative third, they're both negative. This is like the classic, I hate my bedroom. I hate my bedroom. How about you two swap? Okay. This one is 2 negative upstairs. So go downstairs and now you're happy. They're 2 negative downstairs. So go upstairs. Now they're happy. Right? Negative just flips the switch, upstairs or downstairs. But then after that, you have to evaluate them. Remember, this is 4 by 4 by 4. This is 3 by 3 by 3. That's why it's 64 over 27. Okay? Don't take 4 times 3. Don't take 3 times 3. Utters? 8? 8 sneaky. Is that negative? Yeah, it's touching parentheses, but is it an exponent? What's 5 divided by 5? What's m to the first divided by m to the first? 5 divided by 5 is 1. 28 divided by 28 is 1. M divided by m is 1. M to the fourth divided by m to the fourth is still 1. The negative isn't the exponent. It's in front of it. This said negative 1 times m to the fourth over m to the fourth. That's why. Okay? That's what makes exponents so difficult, is because exponents have their own laws, regular numbers have their laws. But what happens when they're in the same problem? Okay? And then down at the bottom, we had more of our division problems. We did like meh. These guys? Okay. So we should have uno. 8 27ths. 2, 5, 5, 24, 64. X to the 6. 5, negative 2, negative 2, y to the fourth. And then we're going to have 3 of those, 2 of those, 5, 3, 8, 2, 4, 2, 6, 2, 4, 3, 6, b to the third. Checky, checky. Okay. 31, you start with, okay, there's actually 2 ways to do that. First of all, everyone check. Everyone good? You got yours checked, starred, whatever? Okay. So I want to zoom in on that and show you that there's actually 2 ways to do this. So far, I've been kind of pounding on this is the process, this is the way. Exponents are repeated multiplication. Multiplication is commutative. The order doesn't matter. That means when I have exponents, the order that I follow those steps in doesn't matter. So there's multiple ways to do that problem. Whoa. Okay. Way number 1, follow the steps that we had listed out. Is there an exponent on parentheses? Uh-huh. So you get a car and you get a car. The first route says that's now y to the negative 6th over y to the negative 10th. Okay. You know what? Let's actually do this 3 ways. Okay. Robert says, well, I got negative exponents. I can flip negative exponents. You're right. So now that I have negative exponents, you're too negative. Go downstairs. You're too negative. Go upstairs. But what do I do now? What do you do with an exponent over an exponent? It is a division problem. What is the division rule for exponents? I heard it. You subtract them. What's 10 minus 6? 4. I get y to the 4th. But what if, way back here, I kept following my established must do it this way list? Exponent over exponent, I'm supposed to subtract. That's negative 6 minus negative 10, which looks way different than this. But add the opposite, I'm still going to get 4. Two different ways to do it. The third way to do it, what if I started going PEMDAS on this thing? I could have applied the negative 2 and then subtracted my exponents. Answer. I could have applied the negative 2, realized they're negative and flip them, then subtract the exponents. What if I had subtracted the exponents first inside the parentheses and said that's y to the 3 minus 5 to the negative second? Well, now that's y to the negative second to the negative second. Now I multiplied exponents. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Okay? There's a bunch of ways to do these because multiplication's commutative and exponents are just a crap ton of multiplication. So the order you do them in doesn't matter. If I ask every one of you, how do you get from here to Walmart? I'm going to have like 9 different answers. Someone's going to go by landmarks. Turn right at Burger King. Right? You know, go until you see downtown and then turn left where you run into the median thing before the brown brick buildings. Because they don't know what street signs are. Someone else is going to say, I go south on North Main, and then I go east on Jackson, and then. Another one's going to say, go all the way through town so you can curve down by, what is that? Over by the park and all that, and then go east by Dairy Queen, you know, see if that one cute kid's working or not, stalk them, and then go across the bridge to Walmart. Someone else is going to say, screw that, the in-town cops know my car. I'm going to go north, get on the interstate up on North 85, go all the way around town and get off there. Everyone's going to have a different rule, and that is what's going on here. Because all of those are following rules of the road, all of these are following math law, they're all right. You're still going to get there.
I could take a route that'd take like an hour to get there.
Mm-hmm. And when you first get your license, you're always that kid who's like, I'll get there by route of Gillette. Mom and Dad never specified. They said, go pick up some milk. They didn't say when I need to be back. They said, go to Walmart and pick up some milk. I was like, okay. You didn't say which Walmart. I'm going to go to Rapid and back. Okay.
What's taking you so long to get back?
You just said go to Walmart. You didn't say which one. I like this one better. Their floors are shinier. Okay. Anything else from the bottom? Any of those? Yay, nay? Okay. Flip it over. You see how these got a little more mustard to them? Mm-hmm. I know we didn't. Yet. Yes. I told you that quiz that we did last week was going to be exponents kind of tamed down, looking at the basic rules. But sometimes it ain't very basic. Sometimes she ain't pumpkin spice Becky. Okay? Sometimes it's not very basic. Sometimes you got a lot more thinking to do. And I want us to be able to break it down into its steps. Break it down into its pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The dice gods. The dice gods have spoken. Oh, oh, oh. We're off road. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maddie. Which one do I have to do? Front or back, I don't care. 6. Okay. Number 6 looks kind of gross just because there's a lot of stuff there. Do you see an exponent on parentheses? Do you have it arranged turtles with turtles, giraffes with giraffes? Not yet. So start rearranging. Put 2 and 3 here, x here, y to the third here, y to the third here. I know it's all pixelated 8-bit Mario up here, but you get the idea. 3 x squared y to the fourth. Okay. And now we're at a stage where you've got different paths to follow. I'm not going to make you follow just the list of this is what I do. The list of what I do that I gave you before was basically the order of operations. Now, all of the stuff that you can do, the order doesn't matter. So you just have to think about all of your properties of exponents and tell me what up there do you know you can do? These things can go together. I can add these two exponents. I can subtract these exponents. I can cross that thing out. What? Tell me anything that you recognize up here. I can do the this. How do I get to Walmart? Start with your numbers. 2 times 3 over 3. What could I do there? Y'all, what's 5 divided by 5? What's 38 divided by 38? What's 3 divided by 3?
All ones.
3 over 3 cancels. Instead of multiplying them out and then reducing it, what if I just looked at it now and said, wait, 3 over 3 cancels. Bye-bye. Less work. What's something else we could do? Can I combine anything?
Yeah,
Can I cancel it?
thirds.
Okay. Robert says up top, I see a pair of y to the thirds that can go together. So I'll call that 2x, y to the, what do you do with it? Add those two together. Over x squared y to the fourth. I've still got things arranged, number, number, x, x, y, y. What do I do with exponent over exponent? I subtract them. So, what is 1 minus 2?
1.
Negative 1.
Where do you get negative 1 for 1 minus 2?
1 minus 2. I have $1. I want to buy something that costs $2. I have to borrow $1, right?
So trying to wake up.
Okay. 6 minus 4 is? Y squared. Anything I can still do? Think about all my properties. You're too negative. Go downstairs. So I have 2y squared upstairs with an x to the first downstairs, and I don't need to write the 1 anymore because I don't need the placeholder because now it's a positive 1. Done. Y'all, back here, you remember the who's got more game? Look at your x's. Who's got more? He's got more by 1. Who's got more? The top by 2. Done. So you'd be able to get there in 1 stage instead of 2. Y'all, what if I went all the way back to the beginning and I did that same thing? What if I went all the way back here when it was written out for me and said, well, you've got 1 more. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just canceled out 4 of them. You see how you still have a 2, a y squared, and an x? Straight to answer. And this is what I'm trying to show you, is that as long as you know the properties, this is why we're spending so much time on it. If you know the properties, you can actually bypass a lot of stuff. Okay? Anyone ever, like, jury rig anything in your car? Okay? Anyone ever have the, stereo in your room that's made of like various parts of old electronics, and you got like the wires spliced together, but it's under a rug, and you really shouldn't do that. You'll start it on fire. But you're like, dude, listen to this. Right? Okay. That's what's going on here. If you can bypass things, if you can shortcut things because you're still following math law, then by all means, get it. We don't have 16 people in here. Robert, what is it?
Where is it? It's 11.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Which way did I go after that? And then we went this way. Robert! 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. Wait, we have 16? No. Hey, Mav. What's up, bud? Pick something. 1 through 22. Make me do it. Well, good thing it's on the paper in front of you if you would open it up to the page. Right after 18. Okay. Uh-huh. We got you caught kind of up on Friday. Okay. After 18 is the that. Okay. So anywhere on those 2 pages where it says exponents practice. What do you think? Okay. He takes the dive for the team and says, pick the ugly one.
Oh my god.
Y'all, what exponent is on that parenthesis?
0. This one. Oh.
Anything to the 0 power is 1.
Oh, thank you, 0.
Thank you, 0. I pray to the 0. But then, we're still not done. Yes, all of that is 1. But, look downstairs. 2 is still just 2. H to the negative 3rd. Negatives can go upstairs. J to the negative 4th. You can go upstairs. K to the negative 2nd. You can go upstairs. And now they're all positive. And now look at what I have left. Do any of those go together? Do I got J's with J's, K's with K's?
No.
Can I put anything else together?
No.
It's done. Now, I don't want the 1 as a placeholder anymore. H to the 3rd, J to the 4th, K squared all over 2. It looked big and nasty. But then we saw that 0.
0 is a lifesaver.
0 did good stuff. Okay. One more. One more.
I got the dice stuff.
Oh. Well, we're down to a D12 now, so.
Wait, you rolled me dice, so I should be out.
All right, fine. Robert,
You
come
wanna
at me,
do
bruh. What's it gonna be? Which one? 20. Okay. Poke, poke, poke. Woo! Don't like that pixelating business, but y'all can read it, right?
Not real well, but I got it on my paper, so.
Okay. Here. 2x to the third. Really, Frank? Okay. Stage 1. It looks big and ugly, but look at the pieces. Do I have an exponent on a parenthesis? Yes. So deal with it. First thing you're doing. You, and you. So we'll rewrite that as 2 to the third. What am I doing with exponent to exponent? Follow math law. X to the third to the third. What do I do with that? Multiply. That's x to the ninth. That's z to the 2 times 3, 6. Downstairs. Can I combine any of those? I mean, while I'm looking upstairs, downstairs, might as well, right?
No, you can't.
See how it's all jumbled up? What if I combine step 1 and step 2? Step 1 is take care of exponent on a parenthesis. Step 2 was rearrange things if necessary. So I'll put turtle next to turtle. Giraffe is a lonely giraffe. Penguin next to penguin. Okay? So all I did was rearrange it. So I got x's by x's, y's by y's, z's by z's. Look at it in pieces. What could I do now? I can combine stuff, right? You look on the denominator and you're like, hey, those x's go together. Frank, come on. These x's go together. These z's go together. So I've got 2 to the third, x to the ninth, z to the sixth, upstairs. Downstairs, what do I do with an exponent times an exponent? Who even has their rules out? Exponent times exponent.
Subtract.
I add them. Exponent divided by exponent, I subtract. Okay. What's 3 plus a negative 4?
1.
3 plus a negative 4.
Oh, 1.
Negative 1. Got a y to the fourth. Z's. Z squared, z to the third. That's 2 z's and 3 z's. Altogether, I got 5 z's. Now what? Okay, someone said I can combine stuff on the denominator. Yes. What else can I do? Y'all looky. I still have x over x and z over z. What do I do with an exponent over an exponent? Now I subtract.
Be x to the negative 10. Z to the.
Oh, what's 9 minus negative 1?
The negative 10?
I have $9. I will take away the dollar that you owe me because you paid me back. Remember, add the opposite. Positive 10. You're close. Z to the 6th over Z to the 5th. Who's got more game? By how much? So I have a Z upstairs. I do not need to write the 1. I'll put it there just for now so we remember. And then y to the 4th is still down here being all lonely and miserable.
That's the answer.
Very, very close to the answer. I got to take care of that 2 to the 3rd. I can take care of the regular number part. What is 2 to the 3rd? 2 by 2 by 2. 8x to the 10th. Z, I will not write the 1. Y to the 4th. Take them in stages. Piece by piece. Okay? Here's what I'm going to say. I want you to pick 5 front, 5 back. Your choice. Okay? Literally, your choice. You do whatever you want. 5 front, 5 back. That is our assignment, and you've got a whopping 45 minutes to do it. 45 minutes for 10 problems. Average of 4 minutes and 30 seconds a problem. I think you got this. Okay? We're practicing again. You got me and Miss Karen in here to ask. Please, don't just sit there and stare at it. Ask questions.